Hi, I'm Vishal and I welcome you all back to another video on the Databricks playlist. So in the last video, we have discussed about what exactly Databricks is, how we can create a free Databricks account, and I have given you a walkthrough of the Databricks dashboard. So in this particular video, we are going to see how we can use SQL editor to interact with the data warehouse that has already been created Databricks in the Databricks account. So let's jump on to my the SQL editor part, and I will just quickly show you. I will just write a few queries, basic queries, so you guys can understand even if you are not aware about the SQL part. So in the very first query, what I'm going to use is I will first of all create a new database. So how I can create a new database? I can just write a query as create database. If not exists, and I will create a database, let's say as testdb, test underscore db. So I will have to first of all select this particular whole row, and I will have to click on select run selected. So now I can get this OK message. So now the database has been created. Even if you will look onto this particular drop down part, so you will see that a test DB has been created. So I did not show you before creating. So let me just do one thing. Let me first of all drop that particular database so you can verify the same thing, right? So first of all, I will drop database that I have created. So right now, if you will see, so you can only see three databases. That is the default database and the information schema database and YTDB. So this YTDB has been created by me earlier. So if you are here for the very first time, you will only see these two databases. That is the default database and information schema database. If you don't see this YT database, don't worry because it has been created by me only. Okay. So now I will create a new database that is test underscore db. So let me just create it. So now I have got the OK message, and now once I will click on the drop down, you can see I'm we have the option of test db also. So let me just, I can manually select it from the drop down for working in this particular database, or I can use a query that we usually write as use and test database or whatever the database name is. Right now I'm into my test database. Let me just create a table. So I will create a table. Let's say create table demo, and in this particular table I will have something as id maybe and maybe a name. So I will just create a very basic table. So I've got an OK message. It means the table has been created. So I can write a query again as, let's say, show tables, and I can select this and run. So you can see that in test database, the table name demo table has been created, right? And is it a temporary table? No. So it is a it is a full-time table. So temporary table is basically a kind of view, the view that we usually create in the SQL environment, right? Now what I can do is I can insert into the demo table. I can insert ID and name, and I will insert some kind of demo values. So let's say I can insert ID as 1 and maybe Vishal. Then I can insert 2. Maybe I can keep it as, let's say, Ram. Let's just insert only 2 values. So you need to keep in mind, if you will just click on run all, in this particular case, you may get an error. So let's just first of all try to run all, right? I will just click on run all. And here you have got an error. Why? Because it has run, like the SQL editor, it has run from the very beginning. And we on the 5th line, we are creating what? We are creating a new table, that is a demo table. And that particular demo table already exists. So this is exactly what we have got an error, that the testdb.demo, because it already exists, it cannot create a new table or view based on that particular name. So we need to keep in mind that first of all we have to select the query that we have to run, and then we have to click on run selected, and we don't have to run all of the queries that are written in this particular file. So we will click on run selected. So you can see that two number of rows has been affected and 2 rows has been inserted. So we are going good. I can now do select star from the demo table, right? And again, I have to select this particular query and I have to run this particular selected row only. So we are good with it. Whatever data we have inserted, that is ID 1 and the name was Vishal, ID 2 and the name was Ram. We are getting it onto our editor, SQL editor, right? I can now do multiple things. Let's say if I have to select any person with ID 1, so I can do what? I can do select star from demo where ID is equals to 1. Let's say, sorry, not 11, it should be 1. And now I can select and run. So now you can only see the people with ID 1 and you can see their name. So this is how we can use SQL editor to interact with the data warehouse or with our data that is present in our catalog of the Databricks platform. So this was pretty much it for this particular video. In the next video, I am going to cover what exactly the lakehouse architecture is. So if you are not aware of what lakehouse architecture is, just make sure to watch that particular video. So till then, you guys can keep learning and keep growing. Bye bye.